I've touched on the fact that first half, I don't think we were far off it, if I'm honest. I know we went in 2-0 down, got sucker punched with two brilliant. One was a typical Arsenal goal in terms of quick passing football, one-touch football. Ramsey gets the goal, and the second one was actually quite surprising. It's quite direct, and then Podolski got the volley. But we had the better chances in the first 20 minutes, and if that's the fine margins in football. If we were able to take one of those chances, we set up in a different way, and it's always better protecting a lead than chasing a deficit. So if we're ever able to get a lead in the game on Saturday, I'm sure you'll see a different team. If you'd have to be on the moon to not know what Arsenal are about anyway. But the fact, like I say, we've played them last week, and we know we've learnt from those mistakes, and we can analyse those mistakes. We can watch them, we can watch the clips back, and we can see where we went wrong. So hopefully, going into the next game, we'll try to basically eradicate those mistakes for ourselves and limit their attacking options, and hopefully by that they'll then get drawn out, and we can play our counter-attacking football that has served us well against the big teams this season. If you've got a determination and a confidence in your play, it doesn't matter who you're playing, because they won't touch the ball. But we need to take that from minute one, that when we have got the ball, we need to be bold enough to keep it, because if you give Arsenal the ball, keep getting back to them, defending against Arsenal for 90 minutes is tough. And like I say, I just hope that when we do get the ball, we're able to do something with it and pose a threat, because I'd sooner our striker be the man of the match for scoring a hat-trick than be the defender making last-ditch tackles and things like that every 2 minutes to keep us in the game. It's still a great football club and a great football team, so we can hope that their fans turn up, expect to win. We start to frustrate them, the fans hopefully get frustrated, frustration goes through to Arsenal, and they end up playing some sloppy football. But I'm not too sure with the players they've got, because they've got some good quality throughout their side. So it's all about us on the day. If we're able to apply our job and do our job, then hopefully we won't have to come down to their fans getting edgy and ratty and things like that. So hopefully we can show a bit of quality ourselves and win the game for ourselves. Talking about the Birmingham incident of the Carling Cup, I was there, and even though I wasn't involved, I was around the lads, and the preparation and determination they showed on the day was brilliant. So if we can match that, because sometimes it is those fine margins where if we haven't got the ability of an Arsenal, which, with all due respect, we haven't, we need to be better at something else. So if we're able to show that little bit more determination, that little bit more hunger, hopefully it falls in our favour. Particularly the FA Cup when you were a kid. I know people said that the FA Cup has lost a little bit of gloss more nowadays, but as an Englishman and as a football fan, it's still for me the best competition. So it did, those times did obviously, like I say, but you always dream of lifting it for Man U, I guess back then. But like I say, the chance to have obviously to play in an FA Cup final, if you told me this as a kid, I would have run around like a madman. So the fact that it's a reality now and there's a real chance that I could potentially lift the trophy is it's crazy, really. The manager obviously has had a fortunate career that he's managed to win a few trophies, and when he retired he could look back at them and say, oh yeah, I've done this, done that. But now he's a manager, he's still just as hungry, and he'll never be satisfied with the fact that, oh, as a player I've done it, I won 2 FA Cups, whatever. So he'll want more. So us players can obviously do it for ourselves, and obviously then give the manager that title that he's got, an FA Cup winners medal as a manager as well. It's one thing, like I say, it's a great day out, fans, family, everyone's going to have a great day out. But I think as a player, like I say, if you don't win it, it means nothing to you really as such. Maybe in 2 months after it, you might look back and say, you know what, I actually achieved my dream, I played in the FA Cup final, fair enough. I didn't win it, but I can look back and say, yeah, I played in the FA Cup final, blah blah blah. But I think at the time, or anywhere near the time, you'll be gutted, and I don't think I could be any different, to be honest. And if you didn't care, then that would worry me a little bit more.